Our solar system is a diverse neighborhood, filled with planets of various sizes, compositions, and personalities. Each planet tells a unique story, contributing to the rich tapestry of our cosmic backyard. There's Mars, the rusty red planet with dreams of colonization. Its barren landscapes and dusty plains have long captured the imagination of scientists and dreamers alike, who envision a future where humans might one day set foot on its surface. Jupiter, a gas giant with a swirling storm that could swallow Earth whole. The Great Red Spot, a massive storm larger than our entire planet, has been raging for centuries, showcasing the raw power and dynamic nature of this colossal world. And then there's Venus, Earth's closest planetary neighbor, often referred to as our planet's twin. Despite their similar sizes and proximity, the two planets couldn't be more different in terms of their environments and conditions. But this twin is more like the one separated at birth and raised by wolves, sporting a toxic atmosphere and surface temperatures that could melt lead. Venus's thick clouds of sulfuric acid and its runaway greenhouse effect make it a hellish world. Venus is a stark reminder that beauty, in the cosmic sense, can be deadly. Its bright reflective clouds make it one of the most luminous objects in our sky, yet beneath this dazzling exterior lies a planet of extreme hostility. While Venus may share some similarities in size and structure with Earth, its environment is anything but hospitable. The surface pressure is crushing, and the temperatures are high enough to melt lead, making it a world of extremes. It's shrouded in a thick, toxic atmosphere that traps heat like a furnace. This runaway greenhouse effect has turned Venus into a scorching inferno, with surface temperatures reaching up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Imagine the most scorching desert on Earth. Crank up the thermostat a few hundred degrees, and then add sulfuric acid rain to the mix. That's Venus, a planet where the conditions are so extreme that they defy our understanding of what a habitable world can be. That's Venus, a planet of extremes where even the most robust spacecraft wouldn't last more than a few hours. Despite these challenges, scientists continue to study Venus, hoping to unlock its secrets and learn more about the forces that shape our solar system. Let's delve deeper into this hellscape, a world so extreme that it defies our imagination. Venus's atmosphere is about 90 times denser than Earth's, composed primarily of carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas. This thick, toxic air is a far cry from the breathable atmosphere we enjoy on Earth. This thick blanket of CO2 traps heat from the sun with remarkable efficiency, leading to a runaway greenhouse effect. The surface temperature on Venus can soar to a scorching 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Imagine being at the bottom of a swimming pool, but instead of water, it's air, and it's pressing down on you with the force of 1,000 elephants. The pressure is so intense that it would crush any human-made object not specifically designed to withstand it. That's the kind of pressure you'd experience on Venus. It's a relentless force that shapes the planet's surface and atmosphere. This immense pressure creates an incredibly dense atmosphere, almost like a fluid rather than a gas. The air is so thick that it would feel like you're moving through a dense fog, but one that is scorching hot and toxic. If you were to stand on the surface of Venus, not that you'd want to, you'd feel like you were submerged deep beneath the ocean. The crushing pressure and searing heat would make survival impossible without advanced technology. This dense atmosphere also contributes to the planet's extremely slow rotation. Venus takes about 243 Earth days to complete one rotation on its axis. Venus rotates so slowly that a day on Venus is actually longer than a year on Venus. This means that the planet experiences prolonged periods of daylight and darkness, adding to its extreme conditions. Imagine celebrating your birthday every 117 Earth days. The concept of time on Venus is truly alien compared to what we know on Earth. But the heat and pressure are just the beginning of Venus's charm offensive. This planet, often called Earth's twin due to its similar size and composition, is anything but a welcoming sibling. The planet boasts a delightful aroma of sulfur, thanks to the clouds of sulfuric acid that perpetually blanket the sky. These clouds are dense and toxic, creating an atmosphere that is both fascinating and deadly. These clouds are not the fluffy, water-filled kind that bring gentle rain to Earth. Instead, they are thick and corrosive, a stark contrast to the life-giving clouds we are familiar with. Instead, they rain down sulfuric acid, which thankfully evaporates before it reaches the surface due to the intense heat. This creates a cycle of acid rain that never quite touches the ground, adding to the planet's hostile environment. It's like having a sauna session in a volcano, but much, much hotter. The surface temperature on Venus can reach up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Imagine the most humid, stifling day you've ever experienced on Earth. Now picture that multiplied by a factor of 1,000, with the air thick and heavy, but instead of water vapor, it's filled with sulfuric acid. Now multiply that humidity by a factor of 1,000, and replace the water vapor with sulfuric acid. The air is so dense and oppressive that it would be impossible for humans to breathe. That's the kind of environment we're talking about on Venus. A place where the atmosphere is so thick and toxic that it crushes and corrodes anything that dares to enter. It's a planet where even robots fear to tread, and where organic life as we know it couldn't possibly survive. The few probes that have landed on Venus have only lasted a few hours before succumbing to the extreme conditions. So, what would happen if, hypothetically, you found yourself on the surface of Venus without the protection of a spacesuit? Let's break it down, second by agonizing second. Brace yourselves, it's not a pretty picture. Imagine you're suddenly transported to the surface of Venus. You don't have time to admire the desolate volcanic landscape or the swirling yellow clouds above. The moment you arrive, the relentless assault begins. Keep in mind, this is a thought experiment. No spacesuit could ever be designed to protect a human from Venus for more than a few moments. Section 5. The body's last stand. The heat hits you like a physical blow. The average surface temperature on Venus is a scorching 867 degrees Fahrenheit, or 464 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. Your skin would instantly begin to blister and char. Your eyes would dry out in milliseconds. Your body, used to the balmy conditions of Earth, would go into shock. Your internal organs, accustomed to a narrow range of temperatures, would start to fail. Your blood would thicken, struggling to circulate. Your lungs, desperate for breathable air, would find only superheated carbon dioxide. Your body, in its last moments of existence, would be fighting a losing battle against the overwhelming power of Venus. Section 6. A blaze of heat. The immense atmospheric pressure, 90 times that of Earth, would feel like being crushed under 1,000 meters of water. Your bones wouldn't stand a chance, likely collapsing under the immense weight. Your internal organs would be compressed, their delicate structures failing. Imagine the feeling of diving deep into the ocean, the pressure building around you with every passing foot. Now multiply that pressure by 90. Your eardrums would rupture instantly. Your lungs, already struggling to breathe, would collapse completely. Your body, now a fragile shell, would continue to endure the unrelenting assault of Venus's extreme environment. Section 7. Crushed from all sides. The searing heat would begin to cook your internal organs. Remember that feeling of getting a bad sunburn? Multiply that by 1,000 and then imagine it happening to your insides. Your proteins would denature, your cells would rupture, and your organs would cease to function. The air, thick with carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid vapor, would begin to corrode your exposed flesh. It would feel like being dipped in acid, dissolving your skin, your eyes, your lungs. The pain, though intense, would be fleeting, as your nerves would quickly succumb to the overwhelming assault. Section 8. Toxic breath, final breath. You'd likely lose consciousness around this point. Your brain, starved of oxygen and bombarded by heat and pressure, wouldn't stand a chance. This, in a way, is a mercy, as it spares you from experiencing the full horror of the final moments. Your body, now little more than a charred, crushed husk, would be at the mercy of Venus's extreme environment. The heat would continue to bake your remains, the pressure would continue to crush, and the acidic atmosphere would continue to dissolve whatever's left. It's over. There's nothing left to describe. Section 9. Beyond the Inferno Lessons from Venus. This gruesome thought experiment, while unsettling, highlights the extreme conditions of our planetary neighbor. Venus, despite its beauty from afar, is a stark reminder of the hostile nature of our universe. Yet amidst this harsh reality, there's a sense of wonder, a curiosity that compels us to explore and understand these alien worlds. Venus serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. By studying Venus's runaway greenhouse effect, we gain valuable insights into the potential consequences of climate change on our own planet. Section 10. The allure of the unknown. Despite the dangers, the allure of space exploration remains strong. The desire to venture beyond our planet, to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, is deeply ingrained in the human spirit. We send probes to distant planets, telescopes to peer into the hearts of galaxies, all in the pursuit of knowledge. Every mission, every observation, brings us one step closer to understanding our place in the grand tapestry of the universe. We learn, we adapt, and we push the boundaries of what's possible. Section 11. Our place in the cosmos. So, while a 5-second visit to Venus might be out of the question for now, the quest to explore our cosmic neighborhood continues. We may never set foot on the surface of this hellish world, but through scientific inquiry and a boundless sense of wonder, we can continue to learn from its secrets. Venus, in all its scorching, crushing, acidic glory, reminds us of the preciousness of our own planet and the importance of preserving the fragile balance that makes life on Earth possible. It's a lesson we would do well to remember as we continue our journey through the cosmos.